Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I can comment. All right. Okay, I'll start. Okay. Good channel. Excellency Professor Alpha Condé, President of the Republic of Guinea and Chairperson of the African Union. Excellency Mr. Moussa Faki Mahamat, Chairperson of the African Union Commission. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, welcome to the ultimate press conference of the 29th African Union Summit 2017. Excellencies, we are honored by your presence here today, and kindly allow me to inform you of the significant attendance we have had at this summit from members of the Fourth Estate who have traveled from across Africa and internationally to support the dissemination of the key messages of the African Union. Over 500 journalists have keenly followed the proceedings of the summit and have also interacted with the commissioners of the African Union, receiving updates on the various flagship projects of Agenda 2063, such as the Continental Free Trade Area and its role in youth empowerment, youth participation in democratization through elections, as well as other issues facing the continent, such as the infestation of the fall armyworm on agriculture and the African Union's role in developing intervention programs in affected member states. We've talked about climate change and the adoption of the Paris Climate Change Agreement and the role of Africa CDC in supporting member states in tackling recent outbreaks, including the deployment of Africa Health Volunteer Corps to affected countries. In addition, the media have received briefings on the financing of the Union and the institutional reforms of the African Union, which were presented by His Excellency Thomas Kwesi Kate, Deputy Chairperson of the African Union Commission. We would like to thank the media for your continued support in working with the African Union to disseminate information on Africa's growth and development and building a positive narrative of Africa to the world, and we look forward to continued partnership with you. I would now like to invite His Excellency Professor Alpha Condé, President of the Republic of Guinea and the Chairperson of the African Union, to address the media. Your Excellency.
Merci, Madame.
Thank you. The first important remark is that we've ended our summit at 1 p.m., whereas it was scheduled to finish late in the afternoon. The heads of state, we used to the most important thing is that we start our meeting on time and that we limit the issues to be considered. And despite the fact that champions have presented their roadmaps, we've saved one afternoon, and the point is to manage to hold our summit on over 1 day only. The second thing is the discipline, as well as the respect shown by all heads of state during the deliberations. We limited the deliberations or to 5 minutes for each speaker, and then when we considered that we shouldn't give the floor to those who would take it, no one protested. Africa speaking with one voice and marching as one single man is on the move. Today we want Africa to take its destiny into its hands and take its own decisions and speak with one voice. We do not want any interference, and we do not need any lecturing anymore. And as I said in Jamena, we need to have win-win partnerships with advice and critical advice, but no lecturing, please. This new Africa is on the move. Africa that is caring for its youth, women, and also improving the management of our states so that our GDP serves the most vulnerable categories of our societies, that is women and the youth. This is one of our priorities. Good governance, development, and justice, as well as the catering for the youth and the women for their full employment and the women's empowerment. This is what I wanted to share with you and leave it to the chairperson of the Commission, who we're very proud of the way he's steering the Commission and for the way in such a short time he showed that his chairing of the Commission will be very serious and will lead to respect of the Union commitments. So on my behalf, I would like, and on behalf of all heads of state, I would like to congratulate him once again and wish him good luck in his very difficult missions. We will be consulting very regularly just to have the same positions and stance, whatever the problems and issues. Thank you. Thank you, President. He would have remarked, ladies and gentlemen, the members of the press, this summit has been marked by three issues. The problem of the reform in its financing, as well as institutional dimensions. And the summit also tackled the year's theme, that is to invest in the youth. Summary report has been presented by President Deby, who is in charge of the theme, and a number of decisions have been made, including the operationalization of the fund in favor of the youth. And then, as usual, we touched on the issue of peace and security on the continent. Unfortunately, important parts of our continent are facing sharp crises, be it in the Horn of Africa, in addition to South Sudan, the Sahel, the Chad Lake Basin, and the Central African region, that is the Great Lake. On all these matters, heads of state have agreed to expedite the process of the reform, taking into account, of course, the remarks and observations as well as the inputs made by each and every member state. The issue of the youth that is at the heart of our action, as well as the gender issue, are essential matters. And in this respect, strong commitments have been made. And to promote, I think that promoting the youth is promoting the development of this continent. And we know, we're fully aware that our youth is facing various difficulties. We talked about the problem of migration, of employment, which are extremely important matters. And the issue of peace and, as far as peace and security are concerned, initiatives are underway, missions are underway, and we will do our best to make sure that we silence the guns by 2020. The heads of state have strongly insisted on the need to make sure that Africa speaks with one voice on the major issues. And I think that our process is to craft African common positions on issues that are of importance for our continent. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. I would now like to open the floor to members of the media to ask questions. Kindly introduce yourself and the media house which you represent. We'll start from the back of the room.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, Chairperson. Thank you very much. My name is Groom Chala, CGTN. Two questions. One is the contributions as per the reform of member states of 0.2% levy. How is it going to be practical this time around so that we can see a transformed Africa? Number two, on peace and security, Mr. Chairperson, yesterday we've been talking about the issue between Djibouti and Eritrea. And we understand that IGAD has made recommendations of sending a peacekeeping mission to fill the vacuum there. Is there any decision made in this regard? Thank you.
Indeed, on the issue of financing, a decision was taken, that is, the 0.2% levy on the eligible imports. There are technical aspects when it comes to implementing this decision. This is why a committee of 10 ministers of finance has been set up in cooperation with my representative, my special representative, Dr. Kaberuka. It has been decided to hold another meeting of this committee of 10, and then broaden this committee to all African ministers of finance in order to see into the ways and means, because a number of countries have difficulties in this respect, and we have to take into account the specific nature of these difficulties. Regarding Djibouti and Eritrea, you know that since 2010, the mediation is underway by the state of Qatar that has sent troops in the disputed area. Some weeks ago, the state of Qatar withdrew its troops and notified it to Djibouti that they are stopping their mediation on the matter. I sent a mission to Djibouti, who went to the field and made the decision to send the Commission of Peace and Security to Asmara after the summit. We are calling the parties to calm and serenity, and we will implement the mechanisms that are enshrined in our texts within the African Union. In consultation with IGAD, of course, our concern is to make sure that we decrease the tension and to find a durable solution.
Excellence.
Your Excellency, Chairperson of the Commission, I'd like first of all to congratulate you on the smooth running of this summit and express to you my gratitude for having me in the summit. You dared, Mr. Chairman, to call on all those who haven't treated or have been lagging behind when it comes to finding solutions to the continent. And I appreciate this. Your Excellency, how about the scale of assessment and a subsidiary question relating the financing of the G5 Sahel? Why the European Union is it not honoring its commitment? And what about the vote of the UN Security Council regarding the effective deployment of the hybrid military force of Mali, Mauritania and Chad? Would like also to congratulate President Alpha Condé on the launching of the roadmap on the demographic dividend. Thank you. I think that the chairperson of the Commission has already answered. As I said, the scale will be 0.2%. This will be the basis of the financing, and all the states are in agreement, but there are just some specificities of some countries of which we will think. This is why we will have to think it over. And we will see for those who agree to pay 0.2% to see who's and wait for the others to find solutions to their difficulties. I think that you've misunderstood the G5. It's not about the UN sending troops, it's just the opposite. Why do you want someone from Bangladesh or anywhere else sending troops to Africa? No, it's about us, that the African troops will replace the foreign troops, that the 5 countries would contribute troops So what we're asking is that the UN Security Council empower them, and then our partners support them to have the $400 million they need, the equipment and intelligence also. Regarding the reform of the Security Council, you know that Africa is speaking with one voice in this respect, and we have a committee of heads of state made up of the President of Sierra Leone, and the point now is what we have to do now to be heard, to be listened to. Therefore, we're still analyzing, considering the issue to see what concretely we can do to make sure that the permanent members of the UN Security Council listen to our claims and our requirements. Thank you, Mr. President. On the issue of the decisions that are not implemented, I'm not the only one that raised this problem. The staff of the Commission, the ministers, heads of state, everyone has recognized the fact that we have been making too many decisions and that only few are being implemented. Therefore, we need necessarily on the level of the procedure, we need to put things in order. Regarding now the G5 Sahel troop or force, we've commended this initiative taken by the Sahel countries, and we wish that it becomes a doctrine, that is, that African states, like the mixed multinational force, that the African states mobilize the troops, and we ask the international community just to help, to assist at the logistical level, at the financial level, technical level. And we know that the peace and security issues should be taken exclusively on board by the Peace and Security, the AU Peace and Security Council. The European Union has pledged $50 million since 2015, but procedures and bureaucracy made it that so far the process is not yet completed. Therefore, this is why when I was in Brussels discussing with the European Union, I said that we need to have an urgent procedure that has been accepted by the European Union. We cannot wait for this support 1 or 2 years. Regarding the UN Security Council, the concept of the operationalization of the G5 Sahel, it has been adopted by the African Union Peace and Security Council. It was our initiative, and we would have wished that this resolution be stronger, and that the UN supports this force, because the fight against terrorism is a threat to peace and stability and security. It is a new form of threat, and we thought, and we still think, that the entire international community should show solidarity to help the countries that have taken such an initiative. We wish once again that the international community be aware and realizes that Africa has become a theater for terrorism, be it in the Horn of Africa, the Lake Chad basin with Boko Haram, and all the other groups prevailing in Libya and the Sahel Strip. Therefore, we need to have new mechanisms and new modus operandi, because the peacekeeping operations inherited from the Second World War are not topical and are no longer useful for this new form of fight.
Thank you very much, Excellencies. We appreciate your presence here today. I would now like to close this press conference, and if you have any additional questions, kindly direct them to the Directorate of Information and Communication. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.